The challenge in the Hinds catchment was identified by the zone committee process, and what we saw, and was part of that technical team that looked at the overall catchment, and in that we saw that the processes that were going on to drive the water quality and quantity were catchment scale. These weren't things happening on the local scale, like a point source polluting this part of the river. It was large-scale land intensification, large-scale water usage, large-scale turning off of border dikes and irrigation practices changes. So you have all these huge-scale things changing. No real mechanism for individuals to manage that because everybody has individual consents. But really, that zone committee process realized that to fix things and to get things headed in the right direction for the CWMS, they needed to address things at a catchment scale. Primarily that was nitrates, and they focused on the groundwater system because it is the big receiving, it's really the big storage system that drives all the flows in the lower parts of the catchment to the rivers and drains. It's the quality, so the land intensification and the leaching of nitrates from that intensified land into the groundwater, causing rises in nitrates. But also it was this big mass change in the amount of accidental recharge we got from inefficient irrigation over the years and pipeline, unlined races, leaking water into the aquifer. As those are reduced, as we became more efficient, which is a good thing, those things change the amount of clean water going into the aquifer, which in turn has had effects on the drains, the base flow in the drains and rivers, which of course dry. A lot of these drains were some of the best in Canterbury, just over a decade or 15 years ago. So we're seeing pretty dramatic changes in both the amount of water in the system and the quality of the water in the system.